The group behind the GoFundMe page, raising some $20 million towards a privately funded U.S.-Mexico border wall, broke ground on the project this weekend. Led by Purple Heart veteran Brian Kolfage and former Trump operative Steve Bannon, they say they built 1 mile of wall on private land. The project was kept secret for months, leaving both donors and the media in the dark. And here with us now is the man behind that group, Brian Kolfage, a U.S. Air Force veteran and triple amputee who helped raise millions of dollars for that U.S.-Mexico border wall. Brian, what happened this weekend?
Well, we built the wall over this weekend. We started on Friday, and the wall right now is pretty much done. It's pretty much finished up on this first section.
What's the significance of breaking ground over Memorial Day weekend?
Well, we wanted to break it on Memorial Day because it's a present for the American people. A lot of people have paid an ultimate sacrifice for this country and our freedom today, and this wall represents that. It's the American people coming together. We've all made a great sacrifice here with our donations, and the American people got the job done, and this is just a present for everyone who's laid their life on the line.
So, Brian, what did it take to get this effort off the ground?
It took a lot of hard work and dedication. You know, everyone said that it was impossible to build a border wall with private donations on the U.S. southern border. We assembled a team of experts in every field imaginable. We had to navigate a lot of political, a political atmosphere that was very hard and very difficult to deal with. Government agencies, and when you have people on your team who are dedicated to getting the job done, it makes it a lot easier. But ultimately, we got the job done, and it went unhitched. It went perfectly as planned, and we kept it a secret. And as you guys saw yesterday, we got it done.
Brian, I know a lot of donors expressed frustration about not seeing a lot of progress. Why keep this under the wraps?
Yeah, well, we kept it a secret because there was a lot of threats against members of our team from the Mexican cartels. We also had the deal with the Democratic Antifa type protesters, and we didn't want those people coming down, chaining themselves to our equipment and impeding the progress of our project. Also, we were worried about having the ACLU file an injunction on the property owner's land, ultimately stopping construction like we're seeing with President Trump's wall right now. That is not something we wanted to risk, and that's why we kept it quiet. We didn't tell anyone what we were doing, and that's exactly why we were able to pull it off over a weekend when no one was looking and get the job done.
How much wall have you already built, and how much do you expect to finish?
We built just under a mile in this little section that was open, and it's one of the worst drug smuggling routes on the entire U.S. southern border. Looking ahead to when we finish this project completely, we have a couple other projects lined up for more miles, just around 4 miles, and we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to build the wall, keep it a secret, and then unveil it when we're just about ready to be completed with it. We're also talking with the Department of Homeland Security to get permission to build in the Roosevelt easement, which is where President Trump's building. So if ultimately President Trump doesn't get the money that he needs to build, we could possibly build this border wall that we just built for the government with private donations. And potentially we could build the whole U.S. southern border wall with private donations if they give us approval to build in the Roosevelt easement.
Brian, I got to ask, are you in direct communication or direct contact with the administration, and have you perhaps received President Trump's blessing on this?
Yes. Chris Kobach, who is our chairman on our board, and he has been in direct contact with President Trump and with DHS. He's been in the Oval Office twice, I believe, and spoke with the president about our project. President Trump supports our project. He blessed it. And DHS has as well. They supported it and blessed it.
Who are some of the key players on your group?
Obviously everyone knows Steve Bannon. He's probably one of the most influential people on our board to get this job done. Eric Prince, the construction mogul. John Moran, who's also a big construction guy. Chris Kobach, which we've already introduced. And most importantly, the Angel families, Mary Ann Mendoza and Steve Rondenbeck. They both lost their sons who were killed by an illegal alien. And that's why we're doing this, why we're building this wall, because of people like that. We don't need to lose another American citizen because of these illegal aliens who are coming across, committing crimes. I mean, how can you look at their sacrifice and tell them that we don't need border security? And that's exactly why we're doing what we're doing.
Brian, I suppose a lot of people want to know, how much does 1 mile of wall cost, and how much do you expect to get done with the rest of the funds that you have left?
Well, this wall cost us between $6 and $8 million. The issue with this wall was that it went up a mountain. So we literally had to move a mountain. And there's a huge price cost with moving that mountain for a couple $1 million. Going forward, like President Trump is doing, they build on flat land, so all our other projects will be on flat land. The cost will come significantly down as we expected, and we could build a lot more miles.
And Brian, before we let you go, is there anything else you want to hit on?
No, I think one thing. It's very important to keep this project going, and it's running with donations from the American people. We've created the GoFundMe. The GoFundMe is still running, and that's where you can donate to make an impact if you want border security.
Brian Kolfage. Thanks, Brian, for being with us.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.